Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Hi, Jack Fallon. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope. So last night on the news, I was watching this report regarding an officer, Queensland police officer from Logan, who had died. The wife of this police officer claims that it was he died because of basically toxic mold. I'd heard about this report before, couldn't find a lot of reporting about it. So just go through this article about the officer dying, and I tell you what really stood out to me the most. In one way, I still find it very disappointing, the reaction that comes from the Queensland Police Service. On one hand, I'm very disappointed, and yet on the other hand, I'm not at all surprised, because it's exactly how you think this organization is going to react. Exactly how they're going to react. Anyway, I'll just go through it quickly. It's a fairly quick report anyway. So this headline here: Justin Darney, wife of cop, claims toxic mold at the police station he worked at in Logan, Brisbane, claimed his life. So he died from pancreatic cancer. So a heartbroken wife has claimed her police officer husband died because of exposure to toxic mold at the station where he worked. Senior Constable Adani, a hardworking cop in Logan, south of Brisbane, for 20 years, died in January in his early 40s after developing a rare and aggressive form of pancreatic cancer. Now his wife, Shari, is campaigning to hold an inquest into his death, as she believes his condition was caused by the mold he was exposed to at work. She says, "I still remember in the end, he said to me, 'This really sucks.' He said, I could understand being shot or something happening to me in the line of duty, but mold, why?" So photos taken by Mr. Darney, photos taken when Mr. Darney was working at the station show mold on the ceiling and furniture. This is inside the station. It's disgusting. So on the furniture, ceiling, with his wife claiming it even covered his gun if he left it in his drawer. Not sure you should be saying that. Ms. Friadani said her husband complained about the issue 10 years before he fell ill, but he was just told to paint over it. I believe that's a weird statement to make. I believe the whole paint over it is because he used to be a painter before he joined the force. So, but it's still it's a strange reaction. But anyway, her husband fell ill 3 years ago, age 38. We walked into a GP and he said, "I'm so sorry. You've got pancreatic cancer and it spread to your liver." I still remember the shock in his face. So Mr. Darney was initially given 7 days to live, but survived 3 years. So going down here, it says asbestos and dust diseases lawyer Sean Sweeney from Slater and Gordon is representing Mrs. Freya Darney in a bid for justice. He said that antibody tests conducted by doctors found that Mr. Darney had high levels of microtoxins, which are produced by some varieties of mold. "It is terrible what happened to Justin, and it's sad that the truth is it could have been avoided if more had been done," Mr. Sweeney said. This is what I'm talking about when I'm said I'm disappointed, and yet this is the kind of reaction you always expect. I heard this on the news last night. A spokesman for Queensland Police said testing throughout Logan Central Station found it to be a safe work environment and suitable for designated use. This is typical. It's typical. Look, and let's not say it's just QPS. It's typical of any big organization, especially a government organization, to immediately come up with a defensive posture and say, "Well, look, we've done testing, or we've done our own studies, and we've checked this out, and it can't possibly be our fault." They immediately get on the front foot, start either attacking attacking the people who are making these accusations or whatever, or, asserting their position that they are innocent and they cannot be blamed. But I think the thing that's most disappointing is the Queensland Police Service have this they have this kind of branch of the QPS, which they say, or this not a branch, sorry, it's this initiative within the Queensland Police Service, and it's called Our People Matter. We'll just quickly have a look at this. I'll bring up so you can check out what I'm talking about. So Our People Matter, when you click on it, it says wellbeing and support services, supporting members and families throughout their QPS career and beyond. I mean, you see, in the first thing they say is news about COVID-19 update. But I think this is what I found most disappointing with QPS and their response. Is, they have this initiative, Our People Matter, where they're supposedly going to support you. They're looking after your well-being, supporting you throughout your career and beyond. So that's what they say. And yet every time there's something, every time a situation raises its head and there's a possibility that the Queensland Police Service are possibly at fault, they immediately forget that Our People Matter, go on the defensive, start attacking your situation, pushing this narrative that there is no way they could possibly be at fault, completely forgetting Our People Matter. Our People Matter only when and if it suits them. This is and this is what I saw. Everyone's seen it over the last couple of years. As soon as people didn't like what came up with with the mandates, with the jab mandates, Our People no longer matter. They no longer matter. Your decision making goes against what the Queensland Police Service believe. Our people no longer matter. This young man possibly got sick because of the mold. That's what's being asserted here, because of the mold, because someone's obviously not cleaning the station properly. The first thing they do is go on the defensive and say, well, we've checked it all out. What is it? Testing throughout Logan Central Station found it to be a safe work environment and suitable for designated use. There's no concern, there's no compassion, there's no, wow, if this is true, there is no way we want this in our stations. Well, there's no way that the Queensland Police Service can stand for an unhealthy, unsafe, unclean work environment. No, it's just, we've had it checked out and it's all safe. Our people do not matter. Their people do not matter. That's the sad truth of it. I'll be following this to see whereabouts it goes. It'll be very interesting to see. Just another reminder, but our people don't matter. Their people don't matter. It's my opinion. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
They just fuel the desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna bring